Looking for summer dinner ideas? This asparagus tart, oh my goodness, it is so tasty. To make the homemade pastry base, it's 225 grams of plain flour, 125 grams of cold butter in cubes, and around about 3 to 4 tablespoons of cold water. Just add it gradually. Eventually, it will all come together. Now, if you don't want to make your own pastry, just buy 500 grams of ready-made pastry. However, if making your own, you do need to place it in a bowl and put it in the fridge for 20 minutes, or you're going to get a mess. So I've got a lovely flan case here. It's brilliant, and I'll tell you why, because it's got all the holes so you get a really lovely crisp base and sides. I will put a link to where I got it in the description. Now you want to dust the surface with flour, and then you want to roll it out. Just try and not roll it as much as possible. Sounds silly, but the more you roll it, the more stickier it will get. But this is perfect. And then you want to place it into your flan tin. Now, one tip I can give you is just take a little bit of that edge there, roll it up, and then use that to press the pastry into the sides. This stops getting nails and rings and anything else splitting the pastry case. Of course, you need to make sure that you prick the base of the pastry case, and then what you want to do is you want to place it on a tin. Leave the overhanging. That's brilliant. You can cut that off later. Then add some grease-proof paper and some ceramic beans. Again, I'll place where I got those in the description. Or you could use some rice or something else. Pat it out, and then you're going to cook it in an oven, 180 degrees centigrade fan, for around about 12 minutes. You're then going to see to your asparagus. I have literally got a pan of boiling salted water on, and then what I'm doing is I'm just sort of cutting it down. I want the tender parts. I don't waste the leftover asparagus parts. I chop them up, put them in a freezer bag, pop them in the freezer, and next time I'm making a soup or stock, in it goes. Now you want a bowl of icy cold water and stand by, because what we're going to do is we're going to blanch off the asparagus. What you do is cook it in that water for around about 1 to 2 minutes. You do not want to overcook it. Nothing worse than soggy asparagus. After 2 minutes, drain it and immediately place it into that cold water. It stops it cooking. Place the partially cooked pastry base to one side. For the filling, I'm using around about 4 to 5 spring onions that I've chopped and placed into a bowl, along with 100 grams of frozen peas that have been just thawed out there, 2 large eggs, some salt, and a good grinding of pepper. Also 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 120 ml of double cream, and just mix that through. What you're going to need is a good strong cheese. This is my favourite from Marks & Spencer's. It's got a number 6 strength. So you want around about 100 grams of that cheese, mature cheddar, placed in there, grated, and again, just mix that round. Take those asparagus spears and just give them a good pat off. We don't want anything soggy adding to this lovely tart. Place the mixture into the base, and then what you're going to do is you're going to place those asparagus spears on top, however you want. I just thought this fancy wheel pattern looked quite nice. Then in the oven it goes, 180 degrees centigrade fan, again for around about half an hour. There you go. It is so good. Please try this one. You won't regret it. And if you want the full written recipe, you know where to go now. My website, cookingwithemily.co.uk.